Today we're going to take a brief look at the burning/engineering build for the Ranger. Now, first off, starting this type of build is going to feel different, both for you as the player and the game, because this particular character, the Ranger, has basically a tendency to favor the ranged damage weapons all the way. It's always range damage, lifesteal, and damage are what you want to focus on. Anything that builds those up. So going on a different track has a bit of risk, but it was fun. So I'm gonna share with you what I did. In order to get the engineering/elemental tools for this particular build, you're going to have to be persistent with rerolls in order to get the right upgrades on the stats that you need. And you're gonna have to build up these stats initially. That is the luck, engineering, elemental damage, and max HP stats. These will be the foundation for this weirdly satisfying Ranger build that we're diving into. So as you scale up these stats, you'll find that the shop will start offering you more ranged weapons that have the burning features, and also things such as incendiary turrets and fireballs. Often explosive weapons carry similar tags as well, so you'll soon see that there's the flamethrower and the rocket launcher become available soon. But by far the one that you're going to need starting off first off is the shredder. So that's the weapon I chose at the very beginning. It worked quite well to get me in the game, but basically you're going to need to vary your arsenal a bit, even adding some turrets to the mix too. I know they're not technically weapons, but still, they're going to serve you well later on. So snap these up whenever you see them and try to outfit with at least a couple or 3 shredders, preferably, in your outfit. And you've got to get lots of max HP, because if you can build this up early on, it'll give you a head start for those tough waves that are coming mid to late game as you continue. So let me break this down a little bit further. On waves 1 through 5, you're going to want to invest heavily in elemental damage and damage. Both of these stats ideally will be modestly scaled up, but now is when you need their stats badly in order to keep up with the hordes. And in waves 6 through 10, you'll adapt a strategy that's a bit unconventional, but can work if you have enough speed and dodge, that is, so you want to pay attention to those stats. Secondarily, they're not the ones that you want to prioritize at the top, like luck, engineering, elemental damage, and max HP. But basically, if you have these stats modestly upscaled and you hang around your turrets, your incendiary turrets, which are spitting out flames as your enemies are approaching, you'll be able to survive pretty well with your flamethrower and your shredders. Now, again, your flamethrower is a great weapon for clearing out close-range hordes. The shredder has a more explosive impact that takes out enemies farther back, but they're both not the quickest weapons to draw at the same time. So that leaves definitely some gaps in your arsenal that the turrets can fill. If you hang around them and they take out enemies that clear the hordes that you can't take out with your own weapons, then that will definitely work in your favor, so you don't get overwhelmed by these waves. And the main thing left to do is dodge the fireballs that the spitters and junkies are hurling at you as well. Keep this strategy up as you enter waves 11 through 15, and you want to keep scaling up your flamethrowers and shredders, and add to your arsenal the fireball and rocket launcher, and you'll want some ranged damage in there as well. It's not your main focus, like you're focusing on elemental and engineering, but you do want to keep some range damage in there just to keep your weapons handy. In the last stretch, waves 16 through 20, focus on buying up more HP regeneration and speed, along with dodge, in order to become nimble enough to navigate all these hordes and stay back while your turrets do their job. But you also want to have enough HP regen to heal in order to survive as well. If you have a high enough max HP and your HP regeneration is able to heal you in those gaps when you need some extra time in order to make it through or survive, that'll work well. You want your max HP to be up to about 60 or 70 following wave 16. And yeah, if you keep snapping up those turrets and scaling up engineering and your explosive weapons, you'll be in good shape. Here's also a quick guide to the items that you'll need. First off, in order to get in the engineering game and be able to get those turrets and also scale up your elemental weapons, you'll need the book and pencil as soon as you see them. And the broken mouth is also handy to boost your max HP. Also get the eyes, surgery, snake, and scared sausage, because that's what adds a whole bunch of burning features to your character. You get the propeller hat and metal detector, so the luck stat will definitely come in handy, and that's where these items can help you and boost your options when it comes to the shop. And then you can focus on engineering items like the alloy, lighthouse, and reinforced steel. Those can be a real bonus. And near the end, you'll want to get plenty of HP regeneration. So obviously the upgrades, you'll have to keep an eye out and try to get those whenever they are offered. But you can also buy some blood leeches and campfires to help you survive those last waves. Like I said, this build is weird, and I wouldn't necessarily recommend it for players who are new to the Ranger. I made an earlier video that explains the more reliable Ranger builds that focuses on range damage and the accompanying stats like life steal and others. Attack speed, another one. But for those who want to branch out, if you've mastered that build and just want to have some fun and try out different things, this explosive engineering elemental outfit is a cool challenge. And I'd like to hear if you found some unusual Ranger builds or tricks. So if you found something that you want to share, type a comment. We can learn together. Thank you for watching, and until next time, peace.